So, I mean, it's a start, right? I've not heard anybody talk about how we could fix this at the state. So part of what I've talked about is for a path forward is we've got to stop with the political theater. This incessant going on television every single day by the governor and by the mayor, daring the federal authorities, castigating them, demonizing them, and all that kind of stuff. That's got to stop. So that's number one. We need to we need to enforce law. Okay, everybody has a right to protest. I support that 100%. Every law enforcement official does. You have the right to protest. The moment that your protest transitions from a protest into blocking ingress and egress, into blocking traffic, into throwing bottles and bricks and hitting people with cars and things of that nature, you've broken the law. You must be immediately apprehended and arrested. That's number two. So we need to end the lawlessness. Number three, we need to suspend the sanctuary policies immediately and allow our law enforcement personnel, our prosecutors, to work with the federal authorities that are out there to get this done. It's also very important that the mayor and the governor actually, again, tap the rhetoric down and actually communicate with DHS, communicate with the administration through Trump's administration.
And let me pause you on that because
Sure.
This morning the mayor was speaking, and obviously communication goes two ways. He talked about the fact that he's never heard directly from the president or the administration about troop deployment, which is taking place as we speak. So what's your reaction to the fact that maybe they're not getting communication either about things that are happening?
So he said that this morning, Sloan. However, yesterday, right, it's already in ample press that the governor himself came out and said that he received notification that our National Guard troops are coming in, yesterday afternoon. So who's zooming who here, as they say? Okay. So, and by the way, the White House and the federal administration, DHS, has been trying to communicate with the governor and the mayor going back to the beginning of February of this past year.
Well, let's move
DHS Holman was out here in January of this past year, tried to communicate. Both Pritzker and Brandon Johnson refused to meet with him on two separate occasions. So they're plainly misleading. And the funny part is why are you going to mislead the general public when it's so easily disprovable?
All right, point number 5.
Number 5 is we need to develop, which is most important. We need to develop a long-term repatriation plan. Under the Biden administration, they've left anywhere from 18 to 23 million people come in, and they were put on a status called paroled. Okay? We don't know who these folks are. We don't know where they're at. Mm-hmm. As human beings and compassion, we have to develop very simple. We need to create a organized plan to get through there. DHS has done that with the Return to Your Nation plan, but we need to facilitate that at a much larger place, and we need all of the local and state governments throughout the entire country to cooperate with that effort. To have the majority of the folks that have come here under a paroled status, the vast majority do not fall within the description of what a paroled status is, and they need to go back to their nations of origin. Okay. And we need to do that. We need to do all these things in a contemporaneous manner. It's not one or the other. It's everything happening at the same time.
That's your number 4, and your number 5 was to lower the rhetoric.
My number 5 goes from we need to stop it. We need to agree to this. And we need to stop the rhetoric. We need to stop negative rhetoric. Calling our agents and calling our men and women in law enforcement, bootjack thugs, demonizing them, calling them Nazis, calling them fascists, calling them criminals. This morning Johnson was on there basically calling them criminals, saying that perhaps the city of Chicago needs to charge municipal criminal codes against our federal agents. He said that this morning too. That's not the way to be. That coming from a major of our third largest city in the country.
True.